I have a hope for this album. It will open the world up to the fantastic artist that is sitting to my left, Joanna Forrest.
And now we are at this wonderful studio recording Joanna, then hopefully have some wonderful new tracks. So give it over to you, Joanna.
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination. It's just so exciting to be working with these two because they are literally the dream team. They are just the absolute best at what they do.
So my job really is very simply to work with Joanna, to start writing the music, doing new arrangements, and first of all to do a nice easy piano vocal so we can make sure that we like the structure of the pieces, make sure that it's in a good key for Joanna to sing, and then after that we explode it for the orchestra. So that means effectively writing, we had about 70 musicians, so it means writing a part, a dedicated part for each musician to play in the studio, and then recording Joanna's vocals and putting it all together, making the magic happen.
I come from film music, so I wrote a lot of films, and I'm basically more the magician behind it. So I give all the tracks an extra glow or something to it, which is impossible to record with real instruments.
When Joanna and I started just playing around with some ideas, I very quickly realised that her voice can match something which is a sort of a classical aria, but also it can match doing some really unusual music that nobody else in the field of classical crossover would ever attempt. The lead track on the album, How Does It Feel, is a Noddy Holder track. It was by Slade, and that's a prime example. I don't think I would ever estimate that any of the other classical crossover stars out there would do that. And secondly, I think the cause that we're doing the album for, Copper Feel, in relation to the charity, I think it's a very important cause to bring home.
Copperfield are the awesome breast cancer awareness charity that I volunteer for as a Copperfield Bubette. All the Bubettes have been affected by breast cancer. I was 21, and we go into wherever there's young people, like schools or businesses, mother and baby groups, and we share our story, and we hope by sharing our story that will have an impact on the young people, and that they will make checking themselves a habit that will last a lifetime, and that they'll also know the signs and symptoms, what they're looking out for, and that they will definitely go to the doctor straight away.
What I love about the album is the variety that we have. This is what makes it really special. I think we have a very arty, wonderful, quirky track which works with only sound effects and natural sounds, for example, which is very unusual to do on a classical crossover album. But we also go into very filmic tracks. So I love the whole scope and size of the album. Well, so we certainly do have a wonderful track which is called Life on Mars, which is a David Bowie track which goes in a very unusual direction, which I love.
There's a track called Sposus on Dispersata, which started off just as like a very sort of plain piano track, and then Robert, you just out of your head made it into something incredible and massive and huge. Well, I think it does definitely need a lot of rehearsal because it's in Italian. For me personally, I'd go to someone who can speak Italian and make sure that keep practicing and practicing and practicing until someone who is a native Italian speaker thinks that it's okay. So it's exciting. So yeah, doing my vocals in the recording studio, and just so excited to hear how it all ends up.